Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some WARNO League Season 6 preview streaming here as it starts tomorrow. And as per usual, we have to preview all the four divisions with all the players inside. This season, we have 72 players in the league, and we also have two replacement players by now, but 72 means that we have two divisions with 16 players and two divisions with 20 players. The 20 player divisions being Division 1 and 3, and Division 2 and 4 being 16 players this season. And outside of that, the system is the same. Four groups, two out of each group advance into the playoffs. Where we then have quarterfinals, semifinals, and grand finals played in best of threes and best of fives. And with the group stage being round robin, everybody playing everybody in a best of two. And as always, we also have a Macherino page here coming up, and with that you can help out funding the tournament. As the Macherino link once more has this claim code button up here on the top right, and with the link in the chat right now, you can go to that claim code button, click it, and add 25 cents to the prize pool completely for free, and these will be paid out to a player in the end. Plus, this season there's also an community member that wants to stay anonymous that will mirror all contributions up to 1,000 US dollars in a direct contribution to Action Against Hunger. So if we go to $1,000, there will be a contribution to the amazing uh, non-government organization Action Against Hunger, up to $1,000 as well. So yeah, by now we're at $1.25 here. Thanks for everybody coming in quickly here. And yeah, with that said, let's get into the action with Division 4 here. And let's see who we have there. And we have a lot of known names this time around of in our division that is for newer players to the competitive scene and casual players in the competitive scene who just want to have some fun here. And we start with Super Xavi here once more in Group A, coming around, uh, having a touch into the competitive scene here for Eugen so that they know what's going on in the meta, and also shows that Eugen absolutely plays their game. Super Xavi ain't the only one, but he is the one that is currently showing up in the 1v1 leagues. So yeah, second time around here. Last season it was close, but a couple too many draws there kept him out from going up to Division 3. Sneaky and Erwin von Wolfenstein here, well-known names as well, with Adkilium here being the new face into this. Sneaky has been around for 2 or 3 seasons by now. I believe even 3 seasons. And Erwin von Wolfenstein, it's his second season as well. A channel member on the YouTube as well there. Thanks, Erwin. And yeah, Group B here is one with 3 new names. Punk's Not Dead here being the first one. Great name. Mick29, aka Wombat, being the second here in Group B. Then we have Sean and Face Plasma here to finish this out. This being an American group here. And yeah, Group A being Europe based. Then we have another mainly Europe based group here with Group C with Very Bad Player, Broke Ass Spaghetti, and Nimble Right, and Tommy Salty coming in here from Poland once more. Always great to see him. Has shown up a couple of times in the past as well. The other ones being new here, Nimble Right already texting that he doesn't believe in himself, and I believe we should give him some belief from our side. And if you want to give him some belief from your side, what you can do is pick him in the Fantasy League, as we will have a Fantasy League this season once more as well. As Fat Kid has set up a new season here, and it is looking pretty good. You find a link to that in the chat right now as well. Get yourself a team pick together as per usual, and yeah, just give all the names to Fat Kid via DM. You can also DM me, and I can forward them on Discord. But yeah, direct way would be to Fat Kid. Thanks to Fat Kid here for helping out with all of that. And yeah, you have 400 points that you can spend on all these beautiful players here, and then take your team together and let uh, them fight for you. And the player with the most points also will get another Steel Division League mug or Simulated Divisions League, old habits there, sent to them. And that brings us to Group D here, where we have, curiously, coming around, showed up in the latest Terrible Division tournament, has played in a SD2 uh, league in the past as well. Tactics Fact Boy coming around here as the fully new name, together with T55. And then we have an old veteran of the WARNO League here with Cam Warrior 53, one of the players in Division 4 with the most tournaments in WARNO under their belt. And also, I believe, a couple of Steel Division 2 league seasons, if I remember correctly. Might be wrong on that part. But yeah, it's a nice mix here of new faces and old grizzled veterans of Division 4. And it will be fun to see what kind of wacky strategies these guys come up with on their way to the top and who will break into the top ranks here to get towards Division 3. Maybe some old names that finally put in the effort to fully grind through, or maybe some new names here showing up and blowing up like we had a couple of them going all the way to Division uh, 1 in the past. We'll see if any of those players are here this time around. Maybe it's Nimblewright, who will see that he actually has a lot of talent for WARNO. We will figure that out together. And with that said, let's move on here to Division 3, where we have a lot of different as well. And this is Division 3 here, where we start with a known name already. I just faced Floodic yesterday twice in the league, in ranked, and yeah, it was good fights. So the Spanish new division did get him with some really powerful 1,000 kilogram bombs, and yeah, we'll see. He is ready for that division at least now. But yeah, the Guzman El Bueno, strong little division, and I believe somewhat underrated by people at the moment. Vladik here showing up. Then we have a tournament champion here. So in the league, he will have to bring a bit of a different deck around than he brought in the terrible division tournament. Mike Ships found the perfect way of how not to build a deck. Let's see if Mike can find the perfect way of how to build a deck here as well to overcome his opposition in the Group A here. Then we have Sandflow, aka David, coming around here as the third player. Cindy, the grizzled veteran of the league as well, coming up from Division 4 into Division 3 here once more. And then we have the Flying Ryan here coming up. So that should be really, really solid as well. And however, yeah, Mike, I'm interested to see what kind of builds Mike will bring for the league itself, and how much different they will be from his terrible division setup. Deck building for sure seems to be his forte, so that should be interesting to see. And then Group B, we have two of our Iranian foxes coming around, Farid and Lazid, veterans from Steel Division, up level Steel Division players. Not so much in WARNO yet. Farid's show ups in the league so far haven't gone as well, and I still can't quite grasp why, because he was one of the top like 50 or even higher Steel Division 2 players of all time, but just somehow couldn't really transfer that skill into WARNO just yet. Here's hoping that the internet situation and the political situation in Iran will allow for them to participate. And yeah, Lashid here showing up for the first time, being an absolute top level SC2 player, but the very first time in WARNO League, has been one of the top 10 maybe even of Division 2 players of all time, for sure top 20. So gonna be interesting to see how that will translate into WARNO. And then we have Ugly, aka Dudayev here coming around once more. Has shown up many, many times, just like the Helen. So two grizzled veterans here for them to overcome. And a new name, Apple Cider, coming in as number 5. So that should be interesting. Yes. Yeah, this is a really, really nice Group B here. And two one veterans, two Steel Division veterans, one new name. I'm really interested to see how this goes. I'm also kind of hyped for the matchup between Farid and Legit to see who is the better Fox. And yeah, these guys are really nice people, all of them. Like, I haven't talked to Apple Cider. All the other four I know. I'm pretty certain that Apple Cider will be a nice guy as well. I mean, it's a lovely drink, so somebody naming themselves after a lovely drink can all be a nice chap, right? And that brings us to Group C, where we have Praying Wolf leading the pack, and then Anemelos Skirus. I have no Skirus. Okay, yeah, I have no idea what that means, but it's their first time around showing in Division 3 here. Pretty solid win rate. Praying Wolf here being around for the second time. Then we have Complex showing up for the first time as well. And then we have Saivan, who just played in the Terrible Division tournament as well. And for Acceleration, who is a returning league player here once more. So a couple of veterans here, Praying Wolf, Core Acceleration. I believe Saivan has played a league as well, though I might be wrong on that. They have for sure played tournaments outside of the Terrible Division tournament. I'm not quite sure if they played a league. That's yeah, but I believe so. And then Group D, we have a returning player who I believe has skipped 4 or even 5 seasons now. Cardinal Sin. I'm not quite sure if it was the league season 0.5 or season 1 that they last played in, but they have been on a bit of a hiatus for a while, but they are back here, and I liked how they played back then. That I remember. So I'm pretty excited to see how Cardinal Sin's play has adjusted since then and how they will do in the recent meta. Then we have Ace Fluffy Unicorns here coming around as a new name into the league. And then a couple of Crystal veterans coming up from Division 4 from last season, though. Wreck Monkey, Farkas, and Pre-Fire Exe showing up here in Group D. So that should be pretty fun. Yeah, Core Acceleration. I know. You did well last season. Uh, I was talking about Lord Zaiwan there. Uh, but yeah, I believe you will be doing pretty well here as well. Like the new name's gonna be interesting. But likely you are the one to beat in this group from the stats I have seen in the sign up as well. So gonna be interesting. But you should put in the effort because I'm pretty sure the other guys will do as well. So this should be pretty fun here. Division 3 looking pretty good. And yeah, for all of you who just came in, once more, the mention of the Retrivino page, where, oh my goodness, 36 and 24 of US already got us up to over $100. And once more, you can contribute for free by clicking the claim code button here up on the top right. That adds 25 cents that will be paid by Metrino out to the players in the end. Stretch goals will be added here in a while. And once more, to mention that if we go up, or everything up to $1,000 will be mirrored by a contribution by an anonymous community member directly to Action Against Hunger, which is a great relief organization that we have supported in past streams as well. And that I'm planning a tournament for WARNO in the summertime once more this year as well. But yeah, thanks to all of you here for the support. And yeah, thanks Helen there coming in for the league and indirectly there also. And once more also thanks to the community member who wants to stay anonymous for all the support in that regard. With that said, let's move on to Division 2, where we go in with a name that we haven't seen in a tournament in a while, coming up here in Group A, leading the pack, and that is Integer, aka Int, showing up here for Group A. He is one of the most active ones when it comes to criticizing people's choices and picks and plays in the chat. in the streams. So let's see if he can l- navigate around all those mistakes that all the other players do and dominate Division 2 here. Or if Dotspy, Adler, and Penne can stop him from advancing here, because all of those names are pretty damn strong as well. Adler, 750 here, has been good uh, last season here already. Dotspy has done pretty well on the ladder, and Penne, a really, really solid player there as well. So that Group A won't be a walk in the park for any of those players, but competition should be pretty tight, and all the groups here in Division 2 are really strong this season. We have Fat Kid coming up from Division 3, fighting against Sneaky Black Guy here, as BG coming down from Division 1, and then Ludi and 3-6 here in Group B as well. So this should be a pretty fun little group here, American group in Group B. Ludi, 3-6, SBG, and Fat Kid. So it'll be interesting to see how much these guys here can scale it up, and if SBG can bring the same level of play that they have brought 2 seasons back in Division 2. Because their last show in Division 1 wasn't all that hot, but we'll see if they can keep it together and play a good season here in Division 2. And then Group C brings us to another veteran of Steel Division 2 days. Has shown up a couple of times in the WARNO leagues as well. Lijek is back and has a pretty tough group here as well. Tibet and MJ Player and Maddie, all previous Division 1 players, have been up there at some point in the past and dropped out more so recently. MJ Player coming out there from last season. Maddie 2 seasons ago relegated. Didn't quite make it back into the top 4 last season, but showed really good games as always. Like Maddie is the one to beat if you want to become a Division 2 champion. Always up there to uh, scare off the competition. His unconventional plays always really, really good, and for sure scary on this. And then Pivot bringing strong playing power there all the time. Pretty reliable games. Streams from time to time as well. Really nice dude. And then yeah, Lujek with a lot of huge in game experience and with decent runs in the past in Warno as well. We'll see how well they will do in Group C here altogether, and this should be a really tough one as well. Then we come to Group D, where we also have a couple of ex Division 1 players here with Tofuk, Guardix Rims, and Edbe. And then Patrician Rissemer coming up from Division 3 with a really strong showing there last season. So that's once more a really, really tight group. Uh, these three guys here, not on their top performance over the last couple of seasons. We'll see if any of them can get back to past glory. Edbe, always somebody that is really scary in Division 2 as well. So all of these uh, could make it here. And Patricia Rissemer showed really, really, really consistent play. Plays a lot of ranked as well. So they are not somebody to overlook either, aka Patrick in the in the like in the eyes of our friend Chloride, and yeah, got the Guardix rooms, Tofuk, Edbe here, all really really strong players as well. Obviously with Guardix rooms, aka bottom feeder, one of the top performers in the past. So this one should be a really strong Division 2, one of the strongest we ever had. Yeah, slightly smaller than last season with the 16 player this time around, but from the caliber of players, it's just it fit better to fill out Division 1 because we have a lot of top players showing up. And for that, we obviously have to go here into Division 1, where we start with Group A, and we already have a lot of hot names there. Bloody Knight, the Dark Neutron, Sheesh, Totic, and Babblegun. So that's already a lot of high caliber players. Totic coming in here after a long hiatus, but all of the other players here have been showing up really often in the Warner League already. And have gotten us really great results in the past. Dark Neutron semifinals, and I believe even one final under his belt by now. Double Gun, obviously, great shows in the past as well. And then we have Cheesh and Play Knight showing really solid results in the past. Tortic with Mix 90 in a lot of 2v2 tournaments being one of the menaces there. And also really, really strong 1v1 player. We'll see how well they do without Mix 90 on their side. And we have Group B here with a couple of really high players from the group state, from the ranked as well here. Griffin 5 has a really strong first season last season. Then Hippie showed up quite strong last season as well, and obviously plays a lot of ranked. He knows the meta, and will show the other guys how it is done in League most likely as well here. Then we have Feel a Star coming up as a new name, but as a super high performing ladder player as well. That's why they are here in Group B. So that should be really interesting to see how they perform in their first league. It's always interesting to see, like for Griffin, for example, it worked out. Sometimes it's not working out so well for these players to get into the competitive uh, gameplay action and getting used to the picks and bans and so on. If you're only used to ranked ladder, that might be something that you have to adjust to. And yeah, Griffin did that really, really well. We'll see if Villet Star will be able to do that as well. Then we have Hasta La Vista coming up after a really, really strong season last year, season in Division 2. And that will be interesting. And then we have one of Chlorites and my favorites, Snow Wolfie. Always showing up with some cool plays. Will be a tough group for them though. Like last season, it was already not an easy show for them, and this group here seems to be pretty strong as well. So Snow Wolfie has to get a bit of practice in and maybe tinker out a couple of cool strategies to get through this, because this is a really, really tough and motivated group. These guys all grind the rank ladder up and down, so this won't be easy for any of them. Then we have Group C, where we have Fortitude fans coming in here on the first slot. Nocturna, Jeremy. Then we have the T-Man himself and Bendover. So, American group here with a really, really strong pack of players as well. And yeah, T-Man, Bendover, Fortitude, likely being the three to get to fight over the two slots, unless Nocturna and Jeremy step it up a bit. So both of those players also pretty strong, so they absolutely can do it. So we'll see how that all goes. And yeah, the Pasta versus Snow Wolfie rivalry already going on in chat here. Looking forward to that as well. That should be a really fun game. And yeah, this group here has a lot of great series for us as well. Like, even in group stage always can be beaten, but he usually still makes it through, and then is such a menace in the best of threes and best of fives. And Dover has shown great results in all the seasons that they have played so far. So that is going to be interesting. And Fortitude fans has developed a lot from the yeah, he is really good with the rushes on airplay into a that guy can throw anything at you kind of player. And I'm really interested to see what they're going to bring this season here in Group C. And yeah, it's going to be tough to get one of those two slots here in this group. And we could even see a team in place, for example, struggle in this. So won't be a walk in the park for any of these guys. And then Group D, we have Kurokomi showing up once more. We have Greyhound coming up from Division 2 together with AMDuzy and Koch. And then we have Stardeck here. So Kurokomi and Stardeck, the favorites for the group. So we have seen Kurokomi fail in the past. Stardeck usually gets through, usually really hard to beat, especially in the group stage. Usually puts in a good amount of effort. So the other guys here will have a tough time making it out. But MDZ, Greyhound, and Koch all showing great results last season. So this should be a really interesting Group D as well, and will be a tough test for them to see how ready they are for Division 1, but I know all of them have put in a good amount of effort into their play, and they have improved a lot over the last couple of seasons as well. Obviously, Greyhound coming in up with a lot of Warno game Red Dragon knowledge, but by now is a fantastic still Warno player as well. And yeah, Kocha and Doozy riding over the past seasons and finally fully on making it here into Division 1. And we'll see how their first seasons here go in Division 1 for these guys, as this is looking like a really, really stacked Division 1, even with a couple of names like Mix90 missing. But yeah, 20 top level players nonetheless. A lot of history in this once more. A lot of past finalists and champions here in this one once more. And we will see if some of them can add another trophy or if we will have a new name coming up from Division 2 or out of the ranked ladder here with Real A Star coming around. So this is looking like a lot of fun. Like I'm really, really happy with the roster, with the groups, and with the narratives that we will get here in this Division 1. And yeah, this is looking like a really, really fun season to come around. Like the divisions all look pretty even from this power level here. More so than last season, I would say. From the stats, Division 4, there's nobody that I would just say is a favorite, which is not something that we had in the last couple of seasons, where I usually had like a couple of players that were slightly above the average here this season around from the stats at least. That isn't the case. Obviously, with practice and so on, somebody might come out like that. But for now, this is really hard to tell who might make it. I'm pretty optimistic that Super Shavi has a good shot on the group stage, making it out of group stage this time around. But we'll see. And outside of that, yeah, a lot of nice guys, a lot of interesting gameplay here going to be shown, but not really sure. Division 3 has a lot of grizzled veterans and a couple of exciting new names like Legit. Like if Legit can bring over the Steel Division 2 skills here into Warno nicely, and we have seen people do that in the past, but we also have seen people fail, like Farid. So we'll see how that goes. If he can do that, then Division 2, Division 3 here could have a problem. The other guys in it. But obviously, that is a big if. And outside of that, yeah, a lot of guys coming up from last season's Division 4. We'll see how well they can adjust to Division 3 here. Cindy, Bakas, and so on. And then people like Mike, who has shown some particular skills in deck building and so on. But we'll see how that all will go into playing. And then Group 2, Division 2, with yeah, just a lot of high ranked ladder players, a lot of people who have been in Division 1 in the past or just came up out of Division 3. Like few players here that were in Division 2 last season. Um, so it's going to be interesting to see how that all goes out. And the ones that have been here last season have been in other divisions in the past as well. So this should be a really hot one. And I'm really, really excited for this season. The map pool gonna be interesting as well. I already mentioned that earlier. The vote fell on the maps of Airport, Albion Duel, Black Forest, Eiche, Mount River, Stoneware, Thala, Vertigo, and Omen. Which means there are a lot of maps that we haven't seen in competitive play yet, or not much at least. We don't get Surrounded, we don't get Factory, like the most annoying ones got voted out for the most part, but it's going to be interesting to see how these maps will be adjusted to and who can get the best out of this pretty new rank pool as well. And yep, all of that is going to start tomorrow. I'll set up all the different groups on Discord now as well, so that you all can see the replay channels and so on. Be all done by the end of the night. And yeah, once more, shout out to the Metrino page where you guys can assist. And boy, it got even higher here as we got up to $200 thanks to Praying Wolf here already. And yeah, thanks for all of you who already used the same code button here to add 25 cents. You can use the link in the chat. And then a bigger, more important thing right now, because this you can still do in the future, but build your deck in the fantasy league. You have until the end of the week to build it. So build your team and DM it to FatKit, or if you can't find FatKit, DM it to me. But you should be able to see him on the Discord and get your team together. You have 400 points that you can spend here on the players. You have to pick at least 6 players, maximum 9 players into your team, and then you will get points here. We will have to adjust the points here slightly for Division 4 and 2 because there are a bit fewer games there, but all that will be adjusted so that it is somewhat fair there as well. So yeah, pick your team together, DM it to FatKit, and then we will have a lot of fun with this WARNO League season. I'm really excited for it. We will go into the first couple of casts over the next week, and group stage should already get us a lot of interesting WARNO. With the new maps, new divisions, new patch, I'm really interested to see what people bring up, because I believe there's a lot of interesting WARNO to be played right now. WARNO is in a quite nice state from my experience on the rank ladder over the last couple of days, and I'm quite excited to see it from the sidelines with all of you. So, yeah, thanks for watching here, guys. Just a short stream. My voice is a bit gone here, so hope that will recover until tomorrow, or at least Tuesday, so that we can start into the first cast there. And see you all around.